Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DeChara, CPA, coming to you live from downtown Flushing, New York, for another amazing interview. And today we have this beautiful young woman, Juanna Brown. How are you, Juanna?
I'm good. Thank you for having me up here, Joe. I truly appreciate it. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. There's a little bit of a delay. I don't know why, but we'll deal with that. So I know very little about you. My assistant, Corrine, found you. What I do know is, what did you say? You have like 5 different online businesses, and that got my attention.
Yes, I have 5 online businesses. They mostly in the financial industry. And I noticed you're a CPA. I'm actually studying to be an enrolled agent. So that's
cool.
one of my, that's one of my, I do tax preparation, but I'm trying to take it to another level. So.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I have a lot of respect for enrolled agents because all you do is study taxes. People believe just because you're a CPA that you know taxes. And a lot of CPAs don't because they might be doing auditing or accounting work. Well, there's corporate accountants. Right. So, but I know an enrolled agent. So an enrolled agent, yep. So that's a hard test too. That's not easy.
It's a 3-part test, 2 hours each. The test is strictly from the IRS, but they don't allow you to sit to take all tests. You have to schedule one, pass it with a 70, schedule other one, go on like that. And once you pass the last one, you got to submit paperwork, and then they'll assign you an enrolled agent number. And then every time you do taxes or represent someone, you got to provide that number. So that was told to me from different other enrolled agents and management. So I'm studying for that now. So it's a different world, I can tell you, because tax preparation is just basic. So,
unfortunately, there's a lot of bad tax preparers out there. And because it's so easy to do a tax return, I mean, all you need is software. It wasn't like that when I started, but actually studying, and what people don't realize is that CPAs and enrolled agents have a special phone number, like a secret phone number where we could call the IRS directly, and that most people, normal people, can't. They just got to call the regular number. So right. Kudos for that.
Thank you.
Tell me about what made you start your business, your first one.
Well, my first one was actually because I used to work for, Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax, and TurboTax. I was always in the tax industry many years. Okay. So I got another company that actually let us do virtual due to the pandemic. So I was like, well, mommy, we can't go to, really into different offices right now. So I started that. It was free to start, but we had to pay just like you mentioned, the software. But the good thing about it, it's a bigger company, so they had a compliance department. So that way, if you did have a bad tax preparer, like you were mentioning, compliance would catch it, send it back, and make sure you put the correct information on the person's paperwork. So you're right. There are some who try to slide in and out a little bit.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately, but there is IRS oversight. We have to take continuing education credits. So yeah, that's great. What about the online businesses though? Tell me about that. Is there can you teach me another way to make money without working?
Well, yeah, I'm also a licensed insurance agent. So I can kind of educate people with their insurance. And if you notice, the tax industry and the insurance industry, both are actually billion-dollar industries. But a lot of people, because like you were mentioning, the education is not there because they think they get by with stuff. But like I tell people, when you're dealing with the IRS and the insurance, that's government and state, on a level. You can't just, try to slip in and out. Even if you try, you will get caught eventually. The other one is a company called MWR Financial. It says make Wealth Real Financial. We deal with like credit repair, debt management, and there is an enrolled agent that's an expert within the company that helps people fill out their W-4s, and he goes back and check your 3 years of tax return to make sure whoever your preparer was, he actually is the expert that goes through it. So I actually had a chance to talk to that gentleman. His name is Mr. Terrence, and he's been doing that for a long time. So it kind of motivated me to keep going and keep studying. Never stop, just keep going. It will get rough because it's not easy, but if you keep going, at the end, it will be a good reward. So I'm going to keep pushing for it.
So this is really cool. You know, I always say there's no coincidences because you're talking my language. You talked about.
I love it.
First of all, and this is the truth. About 2 hours ago, my daughter called me because she had to fill out a W-4 form for her husband. Something with he got like maternity leave. I don't know how men get maternity leave now.
So she had the
wife. and yeah, so she filled it out wrong. She's like, I tried to call you, but you didn't answer. So she filled it out wrong. So that's important because why is that important? Because that's going to determine if you have to pay at the end of the year or you're getting a refund.
Right. And so, I always try to educate people. Sometimes getting a refund is not always a good thing because looking at you're giving the government, they're going to play with it 40 hours a week.
You see what they're doing now. They're still holding up like tens of millions of refunds because they can't get their job done. But the collection letters are still coming out, right? But you also talk about compliance. And actually, you know, no coincidence, tomorrow I have my insurance exam because what we realized in my business, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop with the business. We were always focused on getting, you know, a foundation for the business. But I had an epiphany. I said, we're money people. We're money people. We want to find people money and save them money. But the compliance is where they get into trouble, right? They don't have the right insurance. They don't know how to save money. They're paying too much in taxes, right?
Don't know how to save their 401k. Yep, you're totally right.
You know, I just read a whole thing about the 401ks and how they're a fallacy. Like they just don't work. They were really set up for employers, believe it or not. Because it used to be, you know, you had a company and the company provided a pension plan, which the employer, the business owner paid for. So they came up with this way. They were like, hey, how do we get the employees to take on this cost? That's the truth.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what happens is people, and I'm sorry to take over the show, but you got me going. But
no, you're good. What
happens is people put money away and they're like, oh, I'm saving on my taxes. Yeah, but then when you retire, you're going to have to pay the taxes. And a lot of times people are in a higher tax bracket when they retire. So there's a big dilemma there. And if you don't manage your investments right, you're done to begin with. So there's a lot of other, I mean, you know, there's things like universal life that's becoming popular, and that's how people get rich. It's like do what the Rockefellers do, right?
I was just about to say that. I actually have a book says what would the Rockefellers do. I actually read that book every so often, and what people fail to realize, the Rockefellers, as the time went on, they were talking about insurance, and it's like income protection. But people think insurance is just for final expense, but not all the time. It just depends what product is there. Insurance is a broad industry, just like the financial industry, and taxes is broad. So you have to sit down with someone so they can explain it to you. So I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I see us talking a lot more about this and maybe collaborating on some stuff because all we do, we went into the education mode. We educate people. That's why we do these podcasts to bring awareness to people. And I really had no idea that you were a financial person. I thought, because I think on your website or your email, you have the Legal Shield, right?
I gave him that one, MWR Financial, and I think I gave him my Instagram. My Instagram is linked up to my link tree, and that has more stuff that people can see because you can't throw a lot of websites on certain social media. So I combined my link tree and added that link
Yeah.
to my Instagram so people can see that that I do work, than just being a rep for legal. At the end of the day, that actually will help when you put everything together. Yeah, you got your financial umbrella, but then what happens as you being a business owner, you do get the education, but what if somebody just being petty or just a mean person? Well, then here come legal shit with their membership. You can consult a lawyer. So I try to put it all together so it can benefit other people.
Yeah, I get it. I've been in Legal Shield. In fact, I have an application. I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I have to do it 100%. And I was in the middle of tax season, so maybe we'll talk about you signing me up because, again, just getting the will, right, and all of those healthcare proxies and stuff that comes with Legal Shield.
Exactly.
So that's a great service,
right? Because you get free wills, and in the will you can, like I said, you get to talk to the lawyer if you pay with the membership, and just on the lower level, $24.95. But if you want to put your business, I think it's probably like 30 or extra $40 maybe, but it's worth it because it actually helps you on your personal level and it helps you on your business level if you add that extra entity to the plan. It helps me a lot because I don't have too many issues, and my children, my son is under 26, so you get to add all your kids that's 26 and under. So if you have any kids that's 26 or under, you can put them on your plan, and then when they get older, they drop off and they have to get their own plan.
So it's almost like a no-brainer. That's how I tried to make my bookkeeping service. In fact, I felt like at one point, I'm like, maybe we should just be like the Legal Shield of accounting.
Right. Just add it all together.
So this is great. I like to keep these short. You gave us a lot of information. You got my blood flowing. How do people get in touch?
I could see you all day though.
Oh yeah, this is such a surprise. I was like, okay, well, you never know who you're gonna connect with.
Yeah.
So we just keep connecting with people and making the web bigger. So I really appreciate you.
I love the education. Plus, by you being a CPA, you might can answer a few questions that I didn't know. But like I say, I'm a lot.
Yeah. So before we came on, I told you one of the great things. Where is it now? Is we have this mastermind.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm going to be there.
You. Yeah, we get a lot of accountants.
Everybody come. Everybody need to come. Everybody. I don't care if they just want to. I just want to sit and listen. It's going to be just by listening to you, Mr. Joe. It's going to be beneficial. I can tell.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So that's how people can get in touch with me. How do they get in touch with you?
Well, y'all can always email me, wannab48@gmail.com. I'm all over social media, Instagram at wanna.counsel, Facebook, Juanna Counsel, LinkedIn, and Twitter at Juanna Brown. I'm also on YouTube. I try a few videos up. It's J Counsel 1996. But if y'all want to email me, that's always again, that's wannab48@gmail.com.
Okay, wait. I'm going to try to type that into the chat. Wanna be 48 at
gmail.com.
Okay, I did it.
Yeah, Gmail. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, I'm good at some things. No, I got mail twice. I can't do comments and talk at the same time.
We all still learning. It's okay. We all still learning.
Oh yeah, that never ends. That never ends. So any words words of wisdom for listeners? Parting words of wisdom.
Well, one thing I do want everybody to know: do your research. Everybody do some research. Try to get your that can answer your questions. That's not hiding behind the internet, but actually showing the face like me and Mr. Joe are.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And we got a lot of tools now.
You
We have Clubhouse. We got Zoom. It's really unbelievable what we're able to do now to
right.
connect with people. And so, where are you from? I don't even know where you're from.
I live in South Carolina, but I was actually born in California. My father's a Marine. Then I moved from California, went to North Carolina. He was placed there, and the Carolinas. I've been to other places, but mostly the Carolinas.
Okay, cool. I have some good friends in North Carolina. So, all right,
Yeah,
Juanna
it's not too
Brown.
bad of a state.
Yeah. All right, Juanna Brown. Thank you so much, and let's stay connected. That's our story, folks. We're sticking with it. Uh, Quick and to the point. Thank you so much. God bless, and we will be back again, I think, in a couple of hours for some more fun and games. Thank you.